check for everyone. When your child becomes just like you, would you be proud if your kid would become just like you? What are your modeling intent? Are your modeling structure intentionally or unintentionally that your little kids are, doing as well? You need to be present, sit down with them, have intentional conversation moments with your family. Parang kumbaga tayo yung first Bible ng anak natin. We need to be aware of what's happening around us. Diba nga parang sabi nila, parang nagkakaroon, when we become a parents, we have that parallel vision already that here on this left side, we're seeing our toddler growing. While on the other side, we're seeing our parents getting older. And it's sweet, painful spot to be in. So hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Jam with Jams. So for today's episode, I'm gonna be sharing to you what are the lessons that my toddler taught me and humbled me. Diba? So because sometimes these little kids, these little hands, they don't just there for accessories, they are teaching us something. So of course, I'm gonna read to you first what the Bible said in Psalm 20 verse 12 before I give to you the number 1 on my list. Psalm 90 verse 12. There you go. So teach us to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom. Okay? So what's my number 1 on the list based on that verse is that my daughter teaches me that time is very, very, very important. Feeling miscast. So, yes, to be direct with everyone, Zosha told me that she doesn't really care all my tasks at work, all my tasks at home, other tasks that are somehow seems important to me that I put my efforts, my energy, my time into. But he teaches me that time with her and with my husband is very, very important. I can still remember way back, maliit pa siya nito, parang 1-year-old pa lang ata siya, or wala pa nga ata 1-year-old, nakasalampak kami sa floor, and we are nakasalampak sa floor, alam mo yung parang maglalaro kayo, kung ano man yung i-build namin noon that time. But being a mom, guilty, diba, na sometimes we grab our phone, our laptops, or whatever it is, though we are with them. And what Zosha did was I was trying to look at my phone and parang do something about certain tasks or things. And then she grabbed my face and then, look, mommy. Ginanon niya ako. And that moment, parang, oh my gosh, I'm with her physically, but mentally, emotionally, ganyan. I'm absent. Wala ako sa moment na yon. And that moment, parang na-shift sa akin na, yeah, I need to be with her. Because right this moment na kailangan niya ako or gusto niya akong kalaro, there will be a time na ayaw niya na akong kalaro. Ayaw niyang ako na yung nasa floor kasama niya. Gusto niya na yung ibang bata yung kalaro niya. Yung ibang tao na yung gusto niyang makalaro. Ayaw niya na akong magkaroon ng conversation with her. Sometimes, di ba, parang ganun. Siguro ganun talaga pag 1 to 2 years bagong panganak. Tawag ba ng postpartum. Charot. So, anyways, because in this world where we live and it dictates to us that time is productivity, which is all of those are true. But at the end of the day, we need to ask the question. Sometimes we forgot, why are we working? For who are we working? How are we working? Why do we get this job? Because it's for our family, it's for us, it's a lot of reason. Then you will realize yourself are not being part of that family anymore. Parang you're being out of the picture when you try to remove yourself. Especially if there are times that you shifted your time, your focus, your energy to those things, to your work, to your whatever it is, away from them. And for me, my daughter, ultimate goal right now is, or parang yung one is to be with us. And as a parent, I realized, no nga she will not be at this age anymore. Nung baby siya, hindi mo na nga mababalikan yun because it passed already, right? You need to be present, sit down with them, have intentional conversation moments with your family. And there are moments in our life that we really try to hustle for them, but we cannot really do that if they themselves don't know us na. Parang hindi nila tayo kilala as their parents, hindi nila tayo kinikilala or our authority because lagi tayong wala. Does it make sense? Right? And I've learned this the hard way. I've learned this my own experience, first-hand experience. My mom is so, of course, busy generating income because siya lang naman yung provider sa family. It's just my mom and me. And there are times na a special moment, occasion, my mom is not there because she needs to do what she needs to do. She needs to earn for me. And that moment, of course, you cannot really bring back those moments. And I promised, like, to myself that when I'm gonna have my own family, I'm gonna pour my time and energy to it as much as I could because I know it will shape who I am or who my daughter will be in the future. Though it's not my mom's fault. I'm just, in my timeline, this is what will happen. Parang ganun. And yung sinasabi kong time that my daughter taught me, tinuruan niya kami nito. Parang we need to be aware of what's happening around us. Diba nga parang sabi nila, parang nagkakaroon, when we become a parents, we have that parallel vision already that here on this left side, we're seeing our toddler growing. While on the other side, we're seeing our parents getting older. And it's sweet, painful spot to be in. Diba? That's why time is very important, and that's what my daughter is teaching me right now. Number 2 that I want, or before that, a heart or reality check that I want to tell to everyone is that, do we intently be with our kids, or are we physically there, or are we mentally absent, emotionally absent? And secondly is, are we giving breadcrumbs to our family? Are we giving breadcrumbs, attention, time to our daughters, to our kids, to our husband or wife, which should not be because they deserve our best attention, right? So let's put our phone down and just be with them. Also, just want to share to you that one of the policy or rules that we have here in the house is that whenever it's family time, babe time, whatever time it is that has like family or time in it, there's no gadgets involved. For example, when we say it's lunchtime, breakfast time, it's all the three of us having conversation. No phone gadgets allowed. And if it's like family time, babe time, we only take our phone to take pictures, to capture the memory, and that's it. That should be the main ultimate function ng phone, diba? Is to make our life easier, not be the whole world for us, right? Because the whole world is right in front of us, our family. And number 2 that I want to share to everyone, number 1 is time, number 2 is we are the biggest influencer to our kids. And I was able to parang step back a bit when I realized this because I was able to realize this when my daughter came back from other house na parang ay, ganun siya sa kanila because of what she is seeing or what she is seeing here inside our house. Na parang she told that household kung saan siya. Ganito siya mag-exercise siya, na ganito yung gusto niyang kainin kasi ito yung kinakain sa bahay. Parang ganito yung ginagawa ni daddy, ganito yung ginagawa ni mommy, and this is, what you guys are, you're supposed to do. Sabi niya doon sa mga kasama na doon sa bahay na yun. And that's the moment that you will realize na, oh, I am the biggest influencer to my daughter, to my kids, to them. Because their eyes are watching us, guys. Their ears are listening to us. That's the moment na na-struck down ako na, oh my gosh, I'm doing the right thing for my daughters. So far, let's check. Let's come back 30 years after. No, just kidding. No, I mean, whatever they see us parents are doing, they thought that's normal. They thought that that should be it. Diba? Oh, let me read to you Proverbs 22 verse 6. Proverbs 22 verse 6. It's one of the popular verses. Train up a child in a way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Diba? There is a saying that I've heard multiple times, and it doesn't make sense to me until I had my own kid. Ito yung saying na you cannot train old dogs new, right? It does make sense because when they're older, whatever it is that you train them when they're young, unintentionally man yan or intentionally, it will come out in their teenage life, in their adulthood life, diba? And another thing that I've heard a lot is that, well, let's stick to that first. You cannot really train new tricks to an old dog, right? Because it's so hard for them to learn things at a certain age. Meron na silang na-built, kumbaga, na muscle memories, automatic na sa kanila, kumbaga, right? And you cannot, eto pa yung isa kong naririnig before na parang, you cannot really, you just mold when the clay is still fresh. Parang it's new. Because once the clay dried in the pottery, you cannot really mold it, right? Because it will be broken now. When you try to give additional curves to it, extra something to it, it will be broken. Masisira siya. So right now, whatever we want our kids to know, we want them, whatever we want to instill to our daughters, to our sons, let it all start with us. It starts with us being their leader, being their parang blueprint nila tayo. Whatever they hear from us, they will mimic it. Whatever they see, they will do. It's really like monkey see, monkey do, right? As a parent. And we really need to be very careful to that. Because parang kumbaga tayo yung first Bible ng anak natin. If we tell our kids that we need to go to church but we're not going to church, it doesn't make sense. If we are telling our daughter not to eat junk food but we're eating junk food, we're eating, chocolates, sweets, they won't believe that. They won't do that. One time, my daughter, I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but of course I'm gonna share it to everyone. For those people who know me, I have like this pledge na talagang every year I give out to people who are in need. We go outside to give to the homeless people. Either it's my birthday or birthday ni Chris or New Year, Christmas, ganyang event. We give outside to certain number of people because we believe God is the source of our blessing. So we give it back, right? So, nag-grocery ako ng mga ibibigay sa mga kids or sa mga homeless. And si Zosha kasi tinutulungan niya kami mag-grocery unpack. Nilalagay niya sa cabinet, sa ref, yung mga nag-grocery. And then, Zosha's first time to saw that. It's like, yung mga drinks, mga zesto, ganyan. Sabi niya, Mommy, what's this? Can I have this? Sabi ko, oh no, baby, we're gonna give that to the people who don't have food, to the homeless people. Can I have? Sabi niya. And then I said, no, baby, and it has a lot of sugar. Sabi ko sa kanya. Kasi mataas na sugar yun yung mga zesto, ganyan. And then, the question I got from my daughter is, oh, Mommy, why are you giving a lot of sugar to the other people? It's not good for health. It's like, it backfired to me. My goodness. Imagine, she is like 3 years old and that's how she talked to me. Because here in the house, really try our best, even sobrang busy namin mag-asawa, to give the one that we put on the table, it should be really a whole food. Chicken breast, egg, cucumber, broccoli, egg, chicken breast, ganyan yung pagkain namin everyday. Hindi kami nag-soft drinks. Or what, nag-soft drinks si Chris, may leeway. Pero, the moment na, alam mo yun, yung going back to that example, parang, oh my gosh, we are really the example to our children. Whatever we feed them with their eyes, that's gonna mold them. And it's really a responsibility for each and every one of us. That's why, they learn by observation. And if we tell our kids that you need to be kind, but if we're not showing it inside our house or inside, or even when we're outside, when they cannot see that clearly, how we talk to other people, how we treat them, if we're not being kind or nice to other people, they're not gonna do it. Doesn't make sense to them, right? If we tell them that we pray but you don't pray, if we tell our kids that you need to read books, you need to read Bible, but they're not seeing you reading Bibles or books, or you being wanting to learn more, then it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, that's the reality, right? So a heart check for everyone: when your child becomes just like you, a reality check that I want to ask: would you be proud if your kid would become just like you, right? And right now, what are your modeling intent? Are your modeling structure intentionally or unintentionally that your little kids are, doing as well? So again, a reminder to everyone that we are not just to correct, but we are to reflect whatever it is that our kids are doing, and we need to demonstrate to them. We need to be the leader. We need to be the standard of example for our kids, with help, of course, of the Bible. We don't just say we don't just say it to them, but we show it how things to be done. And this is the last, right now, things that I've learned from my daughter, Zosha. There is a scenario where parang 3 years old na ata siya nito, or mga ganyan, kasi mag 4 years old na siya ngayon. We went to a hotel and we met a CEO, right? And then, of course, me wanting my daughter to be nice, I said, okay, mag-bless ka. You say hi. And of course, kilala natin ng mga toddler. Sabi ng anak ko, no. And then she turned her back to the person, to the CEO. And this third thing that I'm going to share to you is what most adults forgot, including myself, as we grow older, for a lot of reasons. And my daughter right now is teaching me that, hey, mom, you need to set boundaries. So the number 3 is setting boundaries, like saying no it's okay. Diba? It's so parang kids always say no, or parang almost to things that they don't like, to things that they're not familiar to familiar faces, right? Their words are unfiltered, they're very clear to what they want to, they're honest, sobrang honest, that they really say no to almost everything. Parang kasi tayo when we grow up, di ba? When we're like 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, mga ganyan. And when we met certain people in our lives with our parents, parang sasabihin na, uy, si ano yan, siya yung nag-alaga sa'yo nung maliit ka. Uy, siya yung ninang mo, mag-bless ka. Uy, siya yung presidente to ng BPI, manager to ng BDO, mag-bless ka, mag-hi ka. Even though you don't know them and you don't really care, you're parang forced to be nice to those people around you. Because sometimes, parang the society dictates us that if you are not nice, you're being disrespectful. But that is, for me, the moment I learned this, boundaries, parang parang it's so cliche that every time, as an adult, we're having hard time saying no. Pero yung mga little ones, it's just easy for them to say no, because first thing, they don't really care if you're the CEO. They don't care about your title. What they only care is what, do I know this person? Who's this person? Nag-ambag ba to sa realidad ko ngayon? Parang may mga ganun sila, diba? I mean, if you get what I'm trying to say right now, it's okay to say no. Because again, as we go older, yung pagsasabi natin ng yes, nababawasan. It's because sometimes people forgot, or parang the difference between kind and nice is na mixed up. You're so nice that you say hi, okay, yes to everyone, for you to sound respectful, but at the end of the day, what we really want to implement to our kids is for them to be kind to all mankind. even though it's hard for you to say no, but you should say no, right? So let me read to you Matthew 5 verse 27. Matthew 5 verse 37. Let what you say be simple yes, simply yes or no. Anything more than this comes from evil. So the Bible is clear that you should set your boundaries. If you said no to certain things, to certain people, your no should be always no. Right? Kapag sinabi mo kay person A, I don't do this, I don't drink. And then sa person B, sinabi mo, oh, I drink. Doon tayo nagkakaroon ng disrespectful things or bad impressions. And it's not bad to say no, because the Bible clearly stated us that let our yes be yes and let our no be no. Right? And sometimes it's very hard for us to unlearn things kasi nga we've grown enough. But I just want to say that it's okay to say no if you don't feel comfortable doing it, kasi nga sa society natin, especially sa work, kunwari sa work scenario, if you say na, ay boss, hindi ko to, o pwede ka nung si boss, o kaya mo ba itong gawin, file mo yung payables natin by Friday. And then, pag sinabi mo, baka matanggal ka na ng trabaho. Pero hindi mo naman talaga kaya. So, gagawin mo, you'll work outside the working hours. Right? Or, pwede pa edit ako ng video na to. It should be done by Friday. And today's Friday. End of shift kailangan mo. So, ending, nagkaka-anxiety ka na kasi hindi mo pong matapos. Ganyan, di ba? And a lot of things that, alis tayo, ganito yung budget. Kaya ba? O sige, kaya na. Baka kasi ang maglabas disrespectful ako. Kahit iuutang mo na yung pang out of town or whatever it is, right? Because you cannot say no, because saying no is being right. When saying no somehow is a boundary. Inom ka, yung CEO yung nag-ask sa'yo to drink. Ay, baka matanggal ako ng trabaho, baka sabihin ang yabang ko daw kung iinom. Ganyan. Let your no be no. And again, those are the 3 things that I've learned from my daughter. Setting your boundaries, that's the 3rd one. And of course, we are the biggest influencer to our kids right now, and time is important to them. And I just want a reminder to everyone that we need to know that all the things that we're doing, we should be very intentional to it. We don't just do it because other people are doing it. And we are shaping our kids, and our kids are also shaping us. So it's a two-way, it's a tango dance. So we cannot really be a good parents without the help of God, without the Word of God. So always pray that God will strengthen you, because it will be a lifetime also subscription that you sign up for once you have your kids. Hindi porket teenager na siya, papabayaan nyo na siya, or hindi porket may asawa na siya, you just let them go. It's work like that. You will always be like parents to them. So to every parents watching me right now, what are the lessons that you learn from your kids? And how old is your kids? So again, I hope I made your day productive, and hope you have learned something to it, and share this to people, to moms, parents, who you think they can also learn from this video. And share in the comment also what are the topics that you want us to discuss. And that's it. Jamba Jams, have a great and wonderful day.